Quarterback Jackson Dart Sunday.
I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday. I did not agree with that decision, and I told them that.
And while Kimmel did not apologize for comments about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin that had Disney suspend his show last week, Kimmel got emotional, saying he never intended to make light of a murder.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
Kimmel also thanked his supporters and conservatives he disagrees with for being critical of his suspension, though he remains off the air on dozens of ABC stations owned by Sinclair and Nexstar that didn't put his show back on last night. Kimmel got a standing ovation saying President Trump can't take a joke.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs.
President Trump posted on Truth Social he can't believe Kimmel got his job back, that he's not funny, and his show is 99% Democrat garbage that he wrote might be a major illegal campaign contribution. The day after the president criticized the UN at the UN for not stopping wars, for pushing a Palestinian state, illegal immigration, and climate change, which he called a con job. New U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, just told Fox.
This is a president of peace. He absolutely deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. And the UN can and should be a forum where we can engage and actually get things done.
While at the UN, the president also met with Ukraine's leader, Volodymyr Zelensky, who tells Fox he thinks President Trump's tired of being lied to by Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
Very positive signals from the side that Trump and America will be with us to the end of the war.
The president called Russia a paper tiger in a Truth Social post. Fox's Peter Doocy reads at the White House.
After seeing the economic trouble it is causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form.
America's listening to Fox News.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft. If that happens, LifeLock gives you the U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims. Your agent handles it all. In fact, they're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. It's nice to have an expert like that on your side. Save up to 40% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Ryan Ruth will be sentenced December 18th, facing life in prison after being convicted on all charges in the second Trump assassination attempt last year.
It just took the jury over 2 hours to come to that guilty verdict before chaos erupted in the courtroom. Now, moments after that guilty verdict was read, Ruth grabbed a pen on the desk beside him and tried to stab himself in the neck. Witnesses in the courtroom say it didn't seem to have penetrated the skin before U.S. Marshals restrained him. All of this happened with the jury and Ruth's 2 children still in the courtroom. Sarah, Ruth's daughter, stood up and screamed, quote, "Don't do anything. I will get you out. This is not fair. This is all rigged." And then she ran out of the courtroom crying.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol outside that federal court in Fort Pierce, Florida. The Republican House majority got a little slimmer. It'll be 219 to 214 now after a Democrat won a special election in Arizona.
We reject the MAGA agenda, and we will hold this administration accountable.
Adelita Grijalva will replace her father, Raul, and serve out the rest of his term after the congressman died back in March. This says Congress has just 6 days left now to approve new funding to avert a government shutdown, and the president canceled planned talks tomorrow with Democratic leaders saying they aren't realistic in budget talks.
President Trump declared that Democratic demands were, quote, ridiculous. He accused Democrats of wanting to, quote, force taxpayers to fund transgender surgery for minors. Republicans find it ironic that Democrats argued against shutdowns for years, but now some Democrats believe that shutting down is a better option.
Fox's Chad Pergam at the Capitol. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising, coming off yesterday's selling that dropped the Dow and the NASDAQ down from Monday's record highs. In baseball, the New York Yankees and Seattle Mariners both won last night and both clinched playoff spots. Playoffs start next week. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news President Trump's Department of Justice arguing against Illinois' assault weapons ban while appearing before the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Harmet Dilhan says the AR-15 and similar guns clearly protected by the Second Amendment. The appeals court previously upheld the ban, which Pritzker signed into law in response to the deadly 4th of July shooting in Highland Park in 2022. It's Illinois' Child Passenger Safety Week, and one fire department in central Illinois taking action to keep kids safe. Savoy Fire has car seat safety technicians on staff offering free car seat checks on Saturday. Be sure to make sure your car seats are up to date and safe. An invasive tick's recently been found in a new county in Illinois, and researchers sharing more information about the important risk of tick surveillance. Asian longhorn tick found in Clay County cattle that were brought to Marion County. University of Illinois Extension says it's the third county the tick has been found in. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, middle of the week. It is Wednesday morning, September 24, 2025. And I'm Stevie J. Good morning, Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Greg Solier is our meteorologist. And we had anywhere from 0.2 to 0.9 from the farmers this morning is what I got reported here.
Yeah, 0.6 over at Willard Savoy,
Okay.
134 in the gauge into parts of northern Vermilion County, off just east-northeast of us. So
Okay, well,
kind of a range, but some pretty good coverages across the area.
Yes, sir. Well, I tell you, I started Monday kind of bummed about the Illini, and as is my custom, by Wednesday, I've got us playing a great game against USC.
Me too, Stevie.
Outstanding.
I think we really will play well. Everybody hopes so. We'll have a homecoming sellout crowd. The crowd will be great.
Weather will be great.
Is it? Okay, 70-something, I think.
Well, probably later in the ball game, getting close to 80, yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's 11 o'clock kickoff for homecoming. I do think we're going to really rebound to the point of maybe you'll say, gosh, where was that Saturday night, right? I mean, you'll say, how can we... But that's how it works, man. These guys are super focused. We got a team of characters. I'm going to count on the character, which I really don't know. But knowing Brett Bielema and his staff and knowing some of the players, they're integrity-filled character people. And those folks recover from such a trauma as was a football game on Saturday night and something we've never seen like that. In any event, we're off and running. I'm optimistic. I think we have a chance to beat USC, who's like an 8-point favorite. And they're ranked ahead of us now. We're ranked 23. I think USC's 21. Full of athletes from Southern California. I mean, all that stuff.
That's right.
But so are we, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that a better spin than it was Monday?
Much better.
Oh.
Nice work, sir.
Thank you. I've recovered. Let's go. Our weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you they work every day to improve the health of community members across the region. If you'd like to join the team with opportunities for growth, visit carl.org/careers.
All right, sir. Overcast, a little foggy stuff, all kinds of things happening. Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier with a peek at the rest of the week, including today, sir.
Yeah, that's right. The rain's winding down. Some spits out there for the day today. A couple of brief light showers, but 99% of the stuff is over with again, gauges anywhere between about 0.6 down Willard, Savoy ways. Maybe none too far outside of Philo and Sydney. You get over towards and around, let's say, Danville, 135 or so from there to their dam site just to the north. So it looks like the northern end, northernmost end of Champaign County and about the northern half of Vermilion County and east from there was the corridor of some of the highest and heaviest rainfall totals. But everything certainly has helped because it's another big, broad window of, opportunity. Dry time, unfortunately, or fortunately, but opportunities to get back at it with time with early harvest operations and or crop maturing in mind. These rainfall totals, too late to matter on the corn and soybean ledger, but the backyard, the back 40 pasture lands certainly will reap the benefits of said. 67 at Willard and Savoy now, 66 at Rantoul, Danville as well, 65 blooming to normal. A couple little blips around Pontiac to around Peoria, a little misty, sprinkly stuff in the air in other areas, and up to about 77 the forecast high for the day today with variably cloudy skies, and again a brief light shower, a sprinkle or two around this morning, back in this afternoon, but again most of this, if not almost all of it, is over with. Down tonight to a cooler low of 56, partly sunny tomorrow on 75, a couple of fog patches around here late tomorrow night, Friday morning, 53 for the low, so some cooler nights, pleasant days with sun-filled conditions for homecoming Friday with a high later in the afternoon, and for the parade close to probably 80, at least 79 there. Kickoff temperature about 75 Saturday, up near 81 in the afternoon, a partly cloudy sky, then low to mid 80s and rain-free weather for Sunday through Thursday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Should be a very strong restaurant weekend, I would think, for us here with homecoming people, weather good, early start,
Yes.
dinner. So if you're thinking dinner Saturday, let's just go out to dinner. Think ahead. Plan ahead.
Right.
Because where they take reservations, I'd get one.
Well, downtown Champaign has at least 3 different spots with live music outside, and they engage their festival district policy so that if you get a beverage and you'd like to walk around and enjoy this outdoor music like we do for the Friday Night Live scene, you can do that. So you get a wristband and you get your beverage and you can walk around. Should be a great way to celebrate that win against USC on Saturday night.
You're going to have to be younger to be able to go to all that. 7 in the morning, 11 o'clock football, 2:30 go downtown, walk around for 7 more hours. Okay.
I love it.
Let me know how that goes. Sounds fun.
And we're hearing that the Captain Morgan team is coming to Pia's on Thursday. I'm really excited.
Live broadcast for us 4 to 6. We're going to go live 4 to 6.
We'll be there after 3, but 4 to 6 is when we'll be on the air. We'd like to give people a chance to come on by after work, and it's going to be a lot of fun with that tailgate party scene and lots of prizes from Captain Morgan. They have their ship coming around with their pirates and things like that. They're promotional.
It'll be so fun to see it. I mean, all the costumes and the ship and everything else.
The ship actually isn't coming to Pia's, but the tailgate bar and all of these prizes.
Do they dress up?
I believe so.
Well, in any event, I've seen them dressed up, and it's really cool.
Exactly, and I know they'll have umbrellas and a cooler. And
I think we should helicopter put the ship on top of Pia's. Just have Eric. We'll get a chopper. We'll put the.
There's various spots that they're going throughout the weekend, and of course the tailgate party. And is it Fox and their morning show is going to be there from they call it the noon show, but we're kicking off at 11.
Yeah, it's the big noon, whatever they call it.
Kickoff show.
Dave Portnoy will be there.
That's it.
Matt Leinart, a former big-time quarterback for, I think, was it Matt Leinart, Arizona? Anyway, all their stars are coming. We've never had game day here. Our hope was to have that. If we were to win the next 2 at 5-1 and Ohio State undefeated, I think it's still possible. Anyway, it's 7:12. It's Ed Martin and Johnny coming up at the bottom of the hour. We will have the Deputy Assistant Attorney General of the United States.
Fantastic.
And I have awakened this morning wondering, what is the line for free speech? The First Amendment, critical to our republic. Can I chant death to America on my streets? Can I say it has to fall? It has to, I can't say fire in a theater, it will cause panic. Even if I think I saw smoke, you can't say fire in a theater. Fire! You can't do that. It panics the people, it could be dangerous. Well, can I say, death to champagne? Is that a threat? I don't. I've got chanting from Dearborn, Michigan, where they're chanting "Death to America" in my town. Is that a free speech? Ed Martin will know all about that at the bottom of the hour.
And of course, Jimmy Kimmel's show is back.
Was he on last night?
He was.
Was he on here?
Returns after ABC suspension.
And
You're
apparently,
right. There's some markets that aren't picking him
66 markets, like Seattle, Portland, some major markets. Mm-hmm. And Sinclair and Nexstar said, we'd rather have Steve Harvey and Family Feud. It's kind of where they are.
Okay.
I'd think Celebrity Family Feud's great.
This headline is
way more funny.
Trying to smooth tensions following a joke about Republican reaction in the killing of Charlie Kirk.
He had kind of a mea culpa. I heard Fox had it here top of the hour. He sounded very humble, which was refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just be funny? Just do bits. If you want to poke fun, do both sides because it's funny. That's political humor. That's okay.
Right.
But just to pound ruthlessly on one guy you hate, I don't think that's going to draw a big audience. We'll see what's forward. It is 7:14. The Cardinals are down 8-3, and they won.
9-8 was the final.
They were down 8-3, and they came all the way back. It was 8-7 in the ninth, and the Cardinals got 2 in the ninth.
Look at that!
Wow, they're only 3.5 out of wild card. I think mathematically it's over, but it's okay. It's close. I don't know. I don't think they're eliminated yet. Anyway, the Reds lost against Pittsburgh at home. Ouch.
Wow.
And the Mets beat the Cubs, meaning now the Mets in the driver's seat for the final wild card spot. By the way, the Cubs
lost 5 in a row.
It matters now. The Padres have gone crazy. Padres are a game and a half behind the Cubs. If the Padres pass the Cubs next week, they play in San Diego, not in Chicago.
No.
Cubbies better get their head on, man.
Yes.
Crazy. Mets had like 4 home runs. Like the Mets beat the Cubs 9-7.
9-7.
Anyway, you got to hear this call on the John Rooney.
Sounds good.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and last night in San Francisco, here's how the Cardinals tied the game in the ninth.
Oh, if Donnie could pull the ball to the right field corner, we'd have a tie game. The right fielder is McRae, playing way off the line over in right center. Donovan swings and he hits it to the right field corner. Scott's off to the races. He's around second. He's being waved around third. Another double for Donovan. The throw to the plate. Save! Save! It's a tie game at 8. The 4th double tonight. A record-tying double for Brendan Donovan, and the Cardinals have come all the way back.
And the Cardinals came all the way back to win 9-8.
Big hits, big home runs late. The Cardinals did not stop believing they could win the game, and the Cardinals back end of the bullpen were able to close it out. O'Brien picking up the save.
Burleson had the game winner. Donovan with 4 doubles in the game. It's Sonny Gray going for the sweep in San Francisco tonight.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Well, with the Cardinals win, they've got an 8:45 start over on ESPN 93.5 right here. And the Cubs at 7:05 against the Mets as that series continues. But again, a 9-7 with the Mets on top. And you're saying there's a chance they can mess it up.
No, they can lose their home field. So they're going to go to the playoffs, but they either have to play in Chicago or San Diego. Where do you want to play?
Right.
You want the home field, because if the Padres are playing that well to pass the Cubs, Cubs will lose.
Okay.
Padres are very, very good. Mike Schilt, former Cardinal manager at San Diego, now managing.
I see.
Listen, the Cubs got to win, and the Cardinals are not eliminated. They have to win the rest of their games, and everybody has to lose. And I think there's a way that could happen, but it's not.
A 60th postseason berth for the New York Yankees after beating the Chicago White Sox 3-2 yesterday. That series continues at 6:05. Well, we're gearing up for a fun homecoming. That parade on Friday at 6, starting at 4th and Kirby over by the State Farm Center in Bielefeld with REO Speedwagon as the Grand Marshal.
So when you say REO, how many members?
I haven't deep dived.
Is it Bruce Hall?
And is Kevin Cronin back at good graces with everybody?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's Bruce Hall.
Okay, so
him being Urbana.
But you have to
and
have
Neil
more than one. So 2 maybe. Okay,
right.
Whatever it is cool.
Because Neil went to U of I and thought about the REO Speedwagon stuff when he was in those classes.
All right, weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, for the kids, the Teen Hangout Zone is coming up on Friday. Snacks, pizza, crafts, other fun activities, urbanaparks.org.
All right, here's meteorologist Greg Solier with a pretty good weather the rest of the way.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you. Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Going to be a cooler day's worth of weather with variably cloudy skies and just an isolated shower chance around for this morning and this afternoon. Highs up to 77 with a light northeast wind, a bit gusty in open areas. How about those rains of late yesterday and on the overnight hours? Anywhere between a half and as much as an inch and a half worth of rain noted. Highest over far north and northeastern Champaign County and the northern half of Vermilion County. No more than a sprinkle or two this evening, otherwise mostly cloudy, cooler, down to 56 tomorrow, partly sunny and 75. Light north-northwesterly wind. Some patchy fog late tomorrow night and a bit cooler, down to 53 for the homecoming day on Friday. Some patchy fog in the morning, but sunshine the rule for the later morning and afternoon. The high nearing 80 with light wind. Heading towards 81 for football Saturday afternoon. Partly cloudy skies there. Low 80s Sunday and Monday. Middle 80s next Tuesday and Wednesday. Lots of sunshine, no rain in the forecast for much of next week. Overnight readings will bottom out in the 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868, Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Fat Brands, the parent company of Fatburger, Johnny Rockets, Fazoli's, and Twin Peaks, is working with advisors on a restructuring plan. The Wall Street Journal says Fat Brands has $1.3 billion in debt, while its revenue and sales declined in the recent quarter. Its founder, Andrew Wiederhorn, stepped back into the role of CEO earlier this month after the company faced a Securities and Exchange Commission complaint. He has denied wrongdoing. NASDAQ futures are higher this morning, helped by upbeat earnings and forecast from Micron Technology. Micron's memory storage products are in high demand because they're used by artificial intelligence developers. The Mortgage Bankers Association's average for a 30-year fixed rate declined to 6.34% last week. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jimmy Coselda, invested in you.
This week on the Fox True Crime Podcast, I'm joined by Billy Gonzalez to discuss her fight for answers in her daughter's death and why she's pushing for legislative change in how we approach domestic violence-related cases.
Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com.
The MLB postseason on Fox.
The swing of his life! Holding October!
The ALDS begins October 4th on Fox and FS1.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out homecoming game against USC. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against USC from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're gonna get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow, it's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Okay, so we do have a Stever today before we get to Brother Johnny, and yes, Ed Martin is on today. Stand by for that. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, boys and girls, we're giving out $50 bills to... Thank you, honey. That's a watchdog, Nala. $50 bills to Curtis Orchard.
Yes.
How about that?
3902 South Duncan Road in Champaign. Open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6 on Sundays. And it changes just a hair once we get into October, which is next week, Stevie.
Oh, man. What?
And on Sunday, it'll be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But as you know, they have the various mazes, the jumping pillow, the giant slide, the goats and bunnies, the air cannon, and of course, if you're on the eating side, the apples, pumpkins, the apple cider, the famous donuts and pies, and the Flying Monkey Cafe is terrific.
That giant dog just came by. I think it's a... what are the big ones?
Like a Great Dane?
Yeah, I think it's a Great Dane. Yeah, that's why little Nala's barking. We apologize. There's not a darn thing I can do about that right now because I'd have to leave the microphone. And we're yeah. So anyway, we got an Ed Martin, Brother Johnny. I shall ask him about my free speech question. If they're in Dearborn, Michigan, and they're chanting "Death to America," can you still do that? I mean, can you say "death to a town"? When is it a threat? When is it a point where that actually crosses the line? Fire in a theater crosses the line. Is "Death to America" on my street a free speech? I think it is, but it seems very threatening when they're calling for my death, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of what has popped. And I'll play the clip where they're chanting. It's like you feel like, okay, where is this, Iran? Can you do that in Dearborn, Michigan? This is Iran? What the heck? So we'll ask about that. By the way, Johnny hung out with Senator John Kennedy last night for 2.5 hours.
Okay.
He's the guy who says, now tell me again what stupid means to you. He's written a book, and it sounds like we're going to get John Kennedy on the radio. So that will be fun. Okay, we'll hold Nala here in a second and be right back. Brother Johnny, Ed Martin coming up.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out homecoming game against USC. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Illini football against USC with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Habitat for Humanity provides a unique opportunity for hardworking people and families to build their own homes.
Clear out the clutter and make a difference by donating to the Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County Restore. Your gently used furniture, appliances, and home goods help build homes, community, and hope right here in Champaign County. Drop off donations behind the Champaign County Restore at 1914 Glen Park Drive or schedule a free pickup for qualifying items. Visit cuhabitat.org or call 359-0507. Your clutter changes lives. Donate today.
Salt and Light is empowering people to change and transform their lives. Volunteer, donate items, or learn about their programs and services as you enjoy their dessert night from 7 to 8 p.m. the fourth Thursday of the month. Save the date to get in on the first annual Masquerade Ball, presented by Evergreen Roadworks, Thursday, October 23rd. Join Stevie J Broadcasting's team of fighting poverty with dignity. Visit saltandlightministry.org.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump posting on Truth Social, "I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back." Fox's Todd Pyro has more on what Kimmel said on ABC.
Emotional Jimmy Kimmel returning to late night last night, insisting he never intended to downplay the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
But Kimmel did not offer a full apology for his incorrect assertion following the assassination of Kirk on September 10th. The fractured relationship between President Trump and Ukraine's leader Vladimir Zelensky is doing much better, and Zelensky believes Vladimir Putin played a major role.
The fact that Putin was lying to President Trump so many times also made a difference.
Zelensky on Fox's special report. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois Department of Public Health urging Illinoisans to take proper precautions against tick bites. Reminder comes after an Illinois resident became ill with a tick-borne illness that hadn't previously been detected in the state. Health officials investigating whether the resident was exposed to the illness through a tick bite in Illinois or in a different state. An Illinois man could be headed to space. NASA announcing its new class of astronauts this week, including U.S. Air Force Major Cameron Jones from Savannah. 35-year-old, one of 10 candidates out of more than 8,000 applicants across the country. He holds degrees in aerospace and engineering from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. If you're searching for fall activities in central Illinois, from farms to orchards to pumpkin patches, look no further. Crowley Pumpkin's open for the season. Families can find a corn maze, animals to feed, corn, squash, and more. They're located at 435 County Road 2500 North in Mahomet. Enjoy. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. We check your weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschow. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Repetitive, Saturday. Nice to get those rains of late yesterday and part of the overnight hours. Half to as much as an inch and a half. Noted some of the higher pockets into far north and northeastern Champaign County and the northern half of Vermilion County. Other than a brief light shower for the day today or a couple of sprinkles around, looking at the variably cloudy sky and 77 for the forecast time with a bit of a northeasterly wind. Maybe a sprinkle this evening, mostly cloudy, cooler in the overnight down to 56. Partly sunny for the day tomorrow, 75 with a light north-northwesterly wind. There's some patchy fog late tomorrow night down to 53 for homecoming Friday for the parade. Sunshine, we'll have some patchy fog in the morning hours early on with a high near 80. Football Saturday, 81 later in the ball game. 82 the forecast high on Sunday, heading towards a low to mid-80s for the much of the work week next week. Dry weather as well, with sunshine. Overnight readings will bottom out into the 50s across the area, so another broadening window of opportunity for outdoor work and play expected. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
And again, we're giving out $50 bills to Curtis Orchard, iconic place where you can take the kids, get the apples. We into pumpkins now, right?
Yes, that's right.
We got all that going on, so there's plenty to get. You go to gostever.com, gostever.com, and voila, I can treat you, and we're giving out a whole bunch of them. It is Wednesday. It is Brother Johnny and Deputy Attorney General of the United States, Ed Martin, has joined us from Washington, D.C. Johnny down at Bible study where we all need to be, and I've said it for a long time, in prayer 24/7. Johnny.
Hey, good morning, Stevie J. We have Eddie today.
Ed Martin, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Good to be back with you. And again, you guys get me sucked into Illinois football, and it's like being a Cardinals fan. So, I got to tell you, I'm going Missouri now. I got to go back to Missouri and live with all those Missouri guys. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
Well, Johnny, from Monday morning, the sky was falling in Illinois. Yeah. Well, and now by Wednesday, Stevie J says we're going to play a very good football game and have a very good chance to beat USC. How about that?
Well, we did kind of have trouble with personnel in secondary because we lost the secondary, and that'll hurt. And, we got to shore up the line a little. But we're not dead yet, Eddie.
No way.
It wasn't that Dick always used to say when something like that happened. Dick would say, "Wasn't our best. Wasn't our best."
All right, Ed. I want to begin. I got two big things. The first one is, where were you when you heard about Charlie Kirk? What happened to you?
Yeah, that's right. We haven't talked since then. Well, it's still for me very. The word I keep using is haunting because I sort of don't really believe it, and I'm thankfully I'm one of the few people I think that never saw the video and have purposely avoided it. And so I was invited to go to Arizona. I couldn't go. I really didn't want to go, to be honest. I'm not feeling very good about it. It just is so haunting to me. So I was at work, but I was alone, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And so, but it is shocking. And he, just to celebrate him for a minute, he was a really good guy. I mean, he was a really good guy in the way that, like, if you know somebody pretty well, he wasn't perfect, but he had grown up, like, in a very strange way. He was 18 to 31 when I knew him, and he grew up, and he went from being a kid who had a lot of the things we do when we're kids, like high energy, sometimes, kind of intense in ways, like directionally, you're like, wait, you might want to go slower. And then he grew up, and he became an incredibly capable leader. He became, he never went to college, but he became incredibly well-educated. I mean, with a depth and a seriousness of his education that was extraordinary, and obviously he was a good communicator. But then he got married, and his wife, as you all saw, is impressive as can be, but also it just changed him again, like it does. And then he had kids, and then Trump won the second term, and people don't realize, I don't think, Charlie Kirk was in every meeting of every top-level choice decision before it went to the president. So I sat with him before the president offered me the U.S. attorney spot in D.C. I mean, he was as influential as anybody, and yet, he grew up. He didn't have to brag about it. He wasn't, there are other people that you saw who were showing that. So he was extraordinary, and in some ways that is truly, truly evil. He was probably the most valuable guy to take off the field if you're just talking about damaging the sort of movement, because he was so incredible. So all that is just a tribute to him and a stunning thing to happen. And then I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to think about it. I think the level of insanity that we're living in, and the callousness that this guy's life is cut short. It's stunning to me, and I'm haunted by it, and I really don't have a lot of good answers. I don't have a lot to figure out or to say that I figured out. I just know it's unbelievable.
Well, I do have to give you some hope, Eddie, because Charlie was not killed. As Christians, we know that, and his movement. There's no telling how it could 10x here in the next 2 years, and it's a huge plus, because what he wanted to do was open kids' minds and have them say, listen to some other things, you're not hearing the truth, and many more millions of young people and old people will hear it. And so I will say, Steve called me and said they shot Charlie, and I didn't hear who. He said Charlie Kirk. Why would anyone shoot Charlie Kirk? What?
Yeah, exactly.
And it is just mind-boggling. By the way, you and I are always on the same page, because I will not look at that video, because I can't put that in my mind, Steve. I don't have enough room left, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to watch.
Well, I tell you too, what is disturbing to me is, with all the evidence that is out there, I don't know if Rashida Tlaib, but certainly Ilhan Omar and AOC saying how hateful he was, how bad he was to black people, homophobic, bigot. It's just not true, Ed, and it drives me nuts that they can sit there thinking that people won't know that with all the video that's out there.
Yeah, and that's another part of this that's kind of haunting to me is people don't have the ability or the integrity to not lie right now, and so they lie. And they lie in a way that allows others to further it. It's the kind of, remember that video that I hope haunts her of Pelosi where she defines the wraparound smear. She says, you say something that's crazy, it gets reported, then you talk about the reporting of it, and that makes it credible. And this smearing of Charlie, this is where I'm willing to get a little more angry about it. This part of it is it's destroying people. This is the lie is not just a lie that makes Ilhan Omar or whoever said it that their own integrity in question. There are people that have now been conditioned to believe this stuff, and then it destroys families, and it destroys marriages, and it destroys workplaces. And when you look back on this period in history, you say for about 10 years, the left and the media and the Democrats actively trained people using very sophisticated tools and media and social media and neuroscience to hate each other. And they did it by lying. They didn't do it by preference. They didn't say, I want bigger government, I like higher taxes. They said, if so-and-so is a Nazi or such and such is a racist. And after you do that enough for people, you get people that don't talk to each other, or worse, right? I mean, it's one, but anyone in this country that doesn't have a friend or a family member who hasn't been taken over by the TDS lies and therefore is somewhat estranged or fully estranged. And I have people that are divorced over it. And so that part of it is so evil, and it's kind of laid bare by the Charlie Kirk thing. I mean, as you said, he was not a hardcore conservative. It's true he was a Christian, and that animated him in a way that he wasn't afraid of. So he would talk about hell and Satan and choosing against Christ, and even touch on his, and certainly abortion and things, but he wasn't a strident conservative in the way others are in politics. He was this kind of happy warrior, and he was interested. He had legions of black and gay friends, for example. I don't think he condoned some of the lifestyle choices people had, but he didn't do that on promiscuity either. So but the lies are destroying people, and it's truly evil. And the people that perpetrate the lies and destroy people, there's a special place in hell for them. The shooter has got his own damnation in my mind. But the people that allow, and Jimmy Kimmel last night, he didn't apologize for what he did. Maybe he's one of the brainwashed, but he's certainly contributing to the brainwash. And again, when your mother doesn't talk to a son, father doesn't talk to a daughter, husband and wife are estranged, this is evil stuff because it's lies. And that's what is not slowing. And in some ways, Charlie Kirk's death exposed even more.
But I think, Eddie, another more hopeful perspective, the people weren't really, he wasn't as well known in terms of the influence he had. And so when people heard, who's Charlie Kirk? And they hear what he said, and then they hear these lies, it exposes the liars, Ed. They've shown their true colors. Yeah. And because it's like, wait a minute, I've been listening to him. I didn't hear any of that stuff. What guy were they talking about? No, that guy right there. Wow, these people are really crazy. And I think it's been very, very telling. And poor old Kimmel, I'm glad they put him on because they were making another thing about Trump shutting down free speech. He was in England talking to the king. He didn't know anything about it. Right. And they just made it up. And let Jimmy talk. That was absolutely disgraceful what he said, and it was not a human thing to do. I mean, if something happened to one of the ones, I wouldn't even mention a name that someone shot him. I wouldn't say anything like that about them. No. And it was just something that I think it's a teaching moment for people to say, man, I don't know, maybe these guys are the good guys and they're the bad guys. And you hate to put it in terms like that, but I guess it has to become clear, or you'll go the wrong direction.
It's Brother Johnny and Ed Martin. Ed Martin is the Deputy Attorney General, works in the Weaponization Working Group, pardon attorney for Donald Trump. It's ESPN 93.5 with Brother Johnny, also down in New Orleans. When is it not free speech? When do you cross the line? When you have death to America, which has happened for 45 years, beginning probably in Tehran, Iran. Death to America. Death to America. And then this person.
Achieved the victory. We haven't done anywhere near enough. And the people here, I promise you, we do feel ashamed. We do feel like we're not doing enough. We do feel like change needs to come, because change must come. And in the form that it must come is that this empire, the American empire that's been hurting our people since the beginning, the imperial Western powers that have been hurting our people since the beginning, they must fall. And inshallah they will fall. And my message to the people of Gaza and the oppressed peoples across the world is that there are people here, both young and old, who are going to be willing to fight and are willing to put their lives and everything they can on the line to bring these empires down, because they must come down.
This is Dearborn, Michigan, Ed. This is Rashida Tlaib's district. This is a man in Dearborn, Michigan, talking about death to us here in our country. Is that free speech? I can't say fire in a theater. Why is death to America okay?
Well, no, look, I'm an advocate for free speech, and I think the great irony here is that everyone's talking about free speech, and Jimmy Kimmel, when for years it's been the other side that's been silencing, by either the cancel culture or the actual control of the mouthpieces, whether it's USAID funding, left wing newspapers or whatever. But you get to another point, which I think was great about the president's speech at the UN, which is this open door migration to America is not working. It's not working in Europe either. You don't get to come to America if you hate America. It's not a right to come to America. And by the way, Mark Rubio has been awesome on this. He said, a student's on a visa. Visa's not a right. It's like a privilege. You're being invited. And if you're a jerk, we don't have to have a standard jerkdom. We can just throw you the hell out. And our system that allowed unfettered immigration and people to come in groups that hate America and hate the American system is a complete failure. And now we can see it. So now we have to say it, and we have to name it, and we have to do something about it. Now, there's protections if somebody became a citizen, then we have a different protection. But a lot of these people became citizens under false pretenses in programs that were not appropriate. We ought to at least examine them. And the last thing I'll say is I'm on the front page of the Washington Post today, above the fold, A1, and they're talking about the fact that sometimes prosecutors look into cases and they don't charge someone, and I'm quoted as saying, in a world where there is shame, people should be shamed. There is a point here where we're living in a world where people don't even understand truth and justice, and therefore anything goes. People should be ashamed of what they've done. They shouldn't be welcomed as thoughtful when they've done what they've done to America by this unfettered immigration. They should be embarrassed, and we should keep them shameful and not be afraid of them. This is a disaster. So Dearborn, Michigan, or the guy running for mayor of New York, I mean, he's got positions that are so outside of the mainstream. Again, it is free speech, but it ought to be voted down and shamed over pretty clearly. And that's another part of free speech, by the way. If you speak the truth to this and you say these people are shameful, they put you on the front page of the Washington Post and make it sound like you're the guy that's the bad guy. I think that's what you're supposed to do. So it's a tough moment still. On the other hand, I think the good guys, as Johnny said, are ascendant, and that makes a difference from feeling hateful.
Well, Eddie, I got to tell you that it's so true that they've been the ones that are squelching free speech. Steve, you have to remember when every Wednesday when Eddie and I were on, you were getting deboosted by Facebook every Wednesday. Yeah, because they didn't want any of us out there. But it's ironic as well, Ed. The progressives are the absolute poster children of why we need free speech, because on the one hand, they're saying things that we would say, oh, don't say it. but then they'll immediately, any definition of what should be banned will be defined by them as what we're saying. So we'll be the ones squelched, just like they were doing for 10 years. And so you can't draw the line. Other than in your mind, you have to decide who's telling the truth, what's making sense, who do we want leading the country. And if we can't choose, we'll lose our freedom. That's it. That's the deal.
Well, pivotal moments abound here in this country, Ed. Are you hopeful moving forward? Are you hopeful with 3 more years of Donald Trump and the midterms just ahead, what we're going to see and feel?
Oh, yeah. Look, the fundamentals are fantastic. I mean, the fundamentals of living together and growing together, people having more opportunity, I think that's all good. And I think the president is on track. But I do think that in a way that I met with somebody yesterday, and he was a pastor, an evangelical pastor, and he was talking as pastors do in a sort of starkness about evil and evil being present, and it feels like it's sort of out more. Killing Charlie Kirk and the reaction and all the way it happened, the way it's there's a lot of evil sort of out and in our faces, and as Johnny's talked about every Wednesday for all these years, the way through that is not just be a good guy, it's Christ, right? So, and we've got to continue. The thing I liked about the Charlie Kirk Memorial was lots of people that you didn't necessarily expect or had seen speaking about their faith and about Christ in a way, and that was impressive, meaning it made an impression on me, and I think it did on lots of other people. So we've got to find our way through that. But generally, I think I'm optimistic, and I think, God is good, and so when things are shining, you see these moments of great grace, and I think we're being given a moment for rejuvenation, but that almost means that the devil's going to fight harder. I mean, it does mean that. So it's also a wild time, and man, I wish my kids were my age, because I think they're coming up in a world that's going to be tumultuous here for a while still, and that's not easy on people that are not old and tired like we are, that figure, well, this is just the way it's going to be, right? So it's a tough time, but I'm optimistic, yeah.
Hey, Ed, I think it's interesting, but for, I think, somewhere around the 125th time, we have the most important election in U.S. history coming up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Johnny has pointed out that those swing states were pretty close, but closer. We won them all.
No, 150 million votes, 751,000 was the difference, adding all the margins in all 7 swing states. So.
Yeah, but hey, let me signal something for you, because it'll matter to your listeners up towards Chicago. I think that this election in 2026 is going to be different than any we've seen for a reason that's different. Not since Nixon. Go back and look. Has the president put crime at the center of his issue matrix? This president has decided he's going to go to the cities and say, Memphis, D.C., I heard St. Louis, I hope Chicago, and we're going to make it safer.
That's huge.
It's 22 points. And Nixon did that. Nixon realized that people need, in the world where that 60s was raging and there was chaos, I think there was, and I think the president sees this as a political thing, and also he likes doing it. And I think that's a real factor, guys, because even if you don't live in those places where it's such terrible, terrible conditions, you can't believe it's happening, right? You can't believe that Chicago's got 8 shootings every Saturday and Sunday, right? Or 50 shootings and 8 deaths. I mean, you just can't believe it's going on. So somebody that says, I'm going to stop that, you're into that. So I think that's going to be an interesting wild card.
No, I think that's right, and it isn't that I guess disruptive when you send more people to back up crime fighting, because the criminals they don't come out. They just are like they don't want to go to jail, and so it's worked here. We did it with the National Guard with just 40 in New Orleans. It's made a big difference. Trump said he might send more because we don't have the personnel. And we need, Eddie, part of all that is these cities drive the state, right? So New Orleans, we have this big engine, and it's been crippled by the crime because nobody's coming. Our whole industry in New Orleans is tourism. We've got to put the crime down so we can, the kind of the gem of Louisiana is in New Orleans for people to come. So, and the same goes for Chicago and Detroit. Those cities need to come back. And a lot of the problem is crime.
Yeah.
So.
Ed, it's an honor having you, sir. Really appreciate the time, and great to talk to you and catch up and everything else. We know just how busy your life is, but thank you for helping the United States of America be better, sir.
Well, and it's great to be with you guys, and just get that line fixed up, and let's get the Illini headed the right direction. Baseball season, playoffs open on September 30th. I probably will watch a little bit. I was hoping that we would pardon Pete Rose by then, but it turns out it doesn't look like it's going to happen by then. But we'll get it done soon. So, and by the way, I don't know if I told you, I was hoping we could pardon the Black Sox. It turns out they were all acquitted. Did you realize that they were tried and they were acquitted of the crime? So there's no pardon needed. So I was hoping, my goal was to pardon the Black Sox, and then the president would hand the pardon to Pope Leo and say, you can forgive their sins, but I pardoned them, and that's not working. So anyway, we'll on to the next one.
Johnny, thank you. Appreciate it. Everything.
I wanted to tell Eddie, I saw Senator Kennedy last night, and he was talking about his new book, how to test negative for stupidity in D.C. So hang in there.
I love it. All right. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Johnny.
Right.
Appreciate both of you. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, ducked out of Bible study, and Ed Martin, Deputy Attorney General for the United States of America. Equal gravitas is Steve Suderman over at Good Vibes. That's located in the Round Barn in Champaign, our friend for over 50 years now. And he's 57 this year. So, Steve, you started as a kindergartner. So, congratulations on your long tenure.
Gravity, you said gravitas. It's more like gravity is what's up.
Anyway, Steve Suderman, Good Vibes, where you get your big screens, you get your home theaters, you get your sound. How's everything going, my friend?
Well, the Indiana game was kind of rough. So, we're no looking back. We got USC and homecoming. The football weather's great. Our buddy KO is sponsoring a tailgate party, and Good Vibes is going to help him out with a big screen on the lot. He'll be in the stadium, of course, but his gang, or his posse, so to speak, will be watching him. It looks like Xavier Scott's not going to play for a while, so cornerback's kind of a pain point. But, football teams are complex, interconnected, and all the links have to be as strong as the other. You just can get killed by special teams mistakes or basic blocking and tackling errors, and, we fell the victim of all that. We have a team at Good Vibes, and I don't want to take this metaphor too far, but it starts with the vendors like Sony and Cliption LG, and the reps that help us with the product knowledge, so we know what we're talking about, and the guy that keeps the warehouse straight and the price tags up to date. And I get to work on the website, and there's a nightmare in its own self, just to keeping track of all of that stuff, taking stuff down that we don't have, and keeping the stuff up, and the prices do change all the time. And then that's all before anybody's even said welcome to Good Vibes to a customer. And if we are lucky enough to get him to do business with us, then the guys with our special teams show up with the tools and the know-how to make create an experience in your home, so that football game comes alive, or that movie just delights, and you get the magic of a real experience and sight.
You know what? I love that. I love that way you've said that. You can create a real experience for them in their own homes, and that's very true. And you know how to do it with the woofers and everything, man. Woo!
Woofers and ceiling speakers and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it really makes a difference.
Amazing. And you do it without the wires showing. You have a veteran team that can really put stuff in and install. Well, okay, so how do I find you? What do I do?
We are on the web at gvibes.com. You can call us at 35109. Visit us at 2010 Round Barn. And our best-selling LG OLED TV is on special this week. Oh. The new C5 series just went to $14.99 through the weekend.
Nice.
And it's the same price the model was last year, so it got untariffed or something.
Won't understand the brightness and the beauty and the clarity, right? It's crazy.
The OLED TVs are so good for so reasonable. And the LGs are really built well, so we got a deal on them.
And what's the size of that $14.99? What was that?
That's a 65. That's the biggest selling biggest selling TV size there is for us.
That's perfect. Steve Suderman, you the man, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Stevie.
Thank you. Over at Good Vibes. That's Round Barn Champaign. All right. News will be next. Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. Why are you so focused on taking care of people?
I enjoy relationships. I enjoy relationships in our community. It's very important to me. Like I said, they're an extended part of our family. We've grown our business that way, and I enjoy that part of running a business. And so all of our customers are very valuable. I've learned from them, and I hope that they've learned from us. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com, or you can visit our Facebook page.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. A shooting at a federal immigration enforcement facility in Dallas, Texas. I'm Dave Anthony.
ICE telling me in no clearer way that they call this, quote, a clear attack on ICE.
After much protested ICE immigration raids targeting those here illegally committing crimes, Fox News' Griff Jenkins also reports.
Shots were fired into the sally port of this facility along the freeway there in Dallas, and the ICE confirms that the shooter is down, a self-inflicted wound, and that 3 individuals have been hit.
Fox 4 in Dallas is just reporting that the gunman, who was on a rooftop, is dead, and one of the 3 people shot is dead, the other 2 critically injured. Jimmy Kimmel went back on the air last night and got emotional, returning from a suspension over what he said about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
Adding he never intended to blame any specific group for the actions of a disturbed individual either.
But the spokesman for Kirk's Turning Point USA organization is responding, quote, not good enough, Jimmy. It's simple. Here's what you need to say. I'm sorry for saying the shooter was MAGA. He was not. He was of the left. I apologize for the Kirk family for lying. Please accept my sincere apology. I will do better. I was wrong. Kimmel said he was touched deeply by Erica Kirk's forgiveness of her husband's killer.
Fox's Brian Yennis. Kimmel also spoke out for free speech, thanking his supporters and some conservatives who were critical of his suspension. He got a standing ovation saying President Trump can't take a joke. The president posted on Truth Social, Kimmel shows Democrat garbage. In another post, the president called Russia a paper tiger, adding he thinks Ukraine is in a position to win back all of its territory that Russia has taken in the war. This after the president met at the UN with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft. If that happens, LifeLock gives you the U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims. Your agent handles it all. In fact, they're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. It's nice to have an expert like that on your side. Save up to 40% off your first year with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Again, our top Fox News story, a shooting this morning at an immigration enforcement facility in Dallas, Texas. The gunman was on a rooftop and then shot himself as well. Fox 4 in Dallas reports the gunman is dead. 3 people were shot. One of them has also died, 2 injured critically. ICE says it is an attack on ICE. Ryan Ruth remains behind bars, and he may never get out. after being convicted on all charges in the second Trump assassination attempt last year.
December 18th is when Ryan Ruth will be sentenced for attempting to kill President Trump. Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche told Fox's Martha McCallum he's grateful federal marshals stopped Ruth from stabbing himself with a pen after the verdict.
At this point, I think we all want justice, and justice includes a sentence and a term of imprisonment.
As for what that sentence will be, Blanche says he won't predict what Judge Eileen Cannon will decide.
If you're a defense counsel or Mr. Ruth, you're hoping that the sentence is a number and not letters.
Blanche means the letters in the word life, which the most serious of Ruth's convictions carry. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Well, someone who spent 38 years in prison in California for a crime he didn't commit has gotten a big check.
His lawyers call it the largest wrongful conviction settlement in state history. The $25 million settlement was reached in August, but the documents were made public this week. 72-year-old Maurice Hastings was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole in connection with the 1983 sexual assault and murder of Roberta Weidermeyer. She was killed by a gunshot to the head. The man who matched the DNA profile involved in the case died in 2020 in prison where he was serving a separate sentence. John Saucier, Fox News.
Stocks could rebound on Wall Street from yesterday's selling that dragged the Dow and the NASDAQ down from record highs. Futures are up for both modestly. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. An invasive tick's recently been found in a new county in Illinois, and researchers sharing more information about the important risk of tick surveillance. Asian longhorn tick found in Clay County cattle that were brought to Marion County. University of Illinois Extension says it's the third county the tick has been found in. President Trump's Department of Justice arguing against Illinois' assault weapons ban while appearing before the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Harmet Dilhan says the AR-15 and similar guns clearly protected by the Second Amendment. The appeals court previously upheld the ban, which Pritzker signed into law in response to the deadly 4th of July shooting in Highland Park in 2022. It's Illinois' Child Passenger Safety Week, and one fire department in central Illinois taking action to keep kids safe. Savoy Fire has car seat safety technicians on staff offering free car seat checks on Saturday. Be sure to make sure your car seats are up to date and safe. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Wednesday. Good to have you listening. ESPN 93.5. I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey. We got Greg Solier, our meteorologist. He's all over it as always. Sir, how are you?
Yep. I'm well. How about you guys?
Well, I really needed rain. As far as the farmers are concerned, this is just kind of a hindrance now because they're just bringing it in. There might be some beans that can gain a little from moisture right now.
Yes.
Otherwise, and by the way, the yields I'm hearing, somebody in a band of got a lot of rain from here to Danville apparently had 90 on the beans, which I think is extraordinary.
Wow.
Yeah. But mostly
That's
it's
fantastic.
74-ish is what I'm hearing on average beans on the harvest. And
How about any corn numbers you got so far?
It's at between 2 and 250 is what I'm hearing.
Oh, all right.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's good, but then, we've got this market glut thing going on.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
All that. So see what we can do on prices. I was trying to get the drought thing going more, but it's not going to, maintain itself as we get later into autumn and this wintertime season. So.
Our weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. You want a free evaluation? Call 217-352-0428. And by Busey for over 157 years, member FDIC. Meteorologist Greg Solier says pretty good and clean and green for Illinois USC homecoming this weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. We may have a little fog Friday morning, but the sun will be out. A few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. The parade temperature probably approaching the 80-degree mark, and later in the ball game, fourth quarter, probably tickling 80 Saturday afternoon around here. So, it's back into this kind of late summer look and feel, and that's the way the maps and charts go around here for a good part of next week. And the tropics getting a little busier. Gabriel, no influence, but there's two kind of running tandem out of the south central Atlantic. They're going to run right into that trough we've talked about over the southeast, stalled frontal boundary, mid-Atlantic region. We'll get a little wind shear going. They'll probably try to combine in some type of tropical tropical, extratropical low. The bottom line is rain there. We build high pressure back up across the Midwest of the plains, and we get another big window of opportunity to ramp it up or continue on whatever your mode has been in harvest-related duties. So don't worry or panic here. It's just September 24th, not October 24th or November 24th. Water survey in and up and out of this morning at 1.05, 06 of that general area. So it's pretty much northern and eastern Champaign and Vermilion counties that had the biggest rainfall totals, from Tolono, Willard, Savoy, westward, about a half inch. Anyway, just a spit and spot of moisture for this morning, and maybe a spray shower this afternoon, up to 77, down tonight to 56, partly sunny, 75 tomorrow, as mentioned, up near 80. Friday afternoon, a little fog patch in the morning, then dry weather for the weekend. Much of next week, we warm it up into the lower 80s Saturday and Sunday, low to mid 80s Monday to Friday of next week. For CJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Well, I know Unity has homecoming. A lot of homecomings. Illinois has it. Tuscola has homecoming. Judy Weber-Jones, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Stevie.
Nice to see you here in our studios. 50 years of Tuscola girls sports. I mean, has it been that long since we got into it? I think it has, right?
I know. I was thinking that same thing.
So what was your area of specialty back in the day?
I played volleyball, basketball, and track.
Were you there at the beginning?
Tennis. We had tennis one year too.
I mean, you were an all-around Babes Harrius. I mean, were you like a big athlete? You obviously were.
I'm not saying that.
Come on, she was great. Maybe the best ever. She was the best ever.
No. Our team did set the school record for 113 points.
Whoa.
So 21 against Sullivan. But I was part of the first girls basketball team.
So what was that like with the transition? I mean, what was the reaction? Girls shouldn't be playing sports. I mean, did you have some of that?
We didn't really when I was in there. I know the 73, 74 teams did have a little pushback from the guys.
Look how far it's come.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Women dunking.
I know.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It really is. All right, so what are you guys doing down there this weekend?
We're doing some great stuff. We've got a pep rally that'll start at 1 o'clock. That'll start at Irvin Park, go down Main Street, and then end up at the high school. Well, first we got the pep rally at 1 o'clock. They'll be recognizing the girls there. Then we got a parade that'll start at 2:45, and that will be at Irvin Park. It'll go down Main Street and then end up at the high school.
And this is Friday the 26th?
And this is Friday, September 26th. And we're going to, after the parade, and we'll be throwing out basketballs and volleyballs at the parade.
Nice.
And candy too. We want to make sure we're the favorites. After the parade gets over around 3 o'clock, we're going to recognize the administrators that helped get it started. We're going to the first coaches, and also we had a coach that passed away, the Dietrich family. He was one of the first ones to win a basketball regional. We're going to recognize that family.
Okay.
Dietrichs are a big name in Tuscola, kind of like the Hubers. I mean, Dietrichs are. I remember one of the Dietrichs.
Joe Huber is one of the ones that started and went on to play.
Rudy Huber, man. Unity used to chant, "Rudy, go home, Rudy, go home." Man. I remember the dads used to come in yellow hard hats. It was a rivalry now.
Yes.
We had it going on.
Actually, Joe Huber was one of the first athletes that went to Eastern and played basketball and track.
Wow.
And went on to play WBL Women's Basketball League.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
That was before WNBA.
Yeah.
So, it was a pretty big time. And we've had 6 teams place at state, 5 in track and field and 1 in softball.
So and people go on to be Olympians even out of Tuscola's program.
Tuscola girls have had Olympians.
Linda Matheny in gymnastics.
Wow.
She was an Olympian. Again, after the parade, we're going to have in the auditorium, there'll be a ceremony. And that ceremony is when we'll recognize all those administrators.
And a lot of people coming back?
It's called the 301 Auditorium. It's the new auditorium.
Okay, nice.
We do have a lot coming back. I know at least 50 are filling up the trailer on the float we have.
That's awesome.
But we also have the class of 75. It's their 50th reunion. So some of those even picked to become on our float instead of their class float. So we thought that was a pretty good
and Dyke Godelman's daughter, Dee Lindsay, was the first volleyball
How is
coach.
Dee doing?
Dee is doing great.
I love Teddy and
I know,
Dyke.
the whole family is
so much
just
with the dance.
I went and made pancakes in Dyke and Teddy's home one morning doing a show. And Dyke was recovering from some sort of medical thing, but Dyke and Teddy were just loved
wonderful
both of them.
people.
Exactly.
Just fantastic.
Dee was my volleyball coach, and she was the first volleyball coach at GCMS. Or not GC, whoops, made a flub up there. At Tuscola. Getting my schools mixed up there.
Tuscola is a wonderful town. I love Tuscola.
It is a great town.
It really, really is. It's
and people just
wonderful.
come flocking back for homecoming because Marcy Shoemaker does such an excellent job of our homecoming.
Well, your heritage in football.
She's a relative of mine, Marcy.
Oh, is she? Marcy's the greatest, too.
Exactly.
All right, so
it doesn't get any better than that.
Is there a way people can get more information? You got some online or Facebook or something?
Yeah, we have a Facebook.
Okay.
Celebrating 50 years of Tuscola Warrior Sport. So she can go, anybody can go on there, click on, and it'll give you the whole schedule of everything that's going on that particular day. We do have, after the football game, which will be Tuscola against PBL, should be a real good football game. We have an all-class reunion, so there'll be a little celebration there, too, at the community building after everything's all said and done.
Nice.
So
well, thanks for your hard work putting this together.
You're
and
welcome.
I know that you've taught driving and things like that at GCMS, so that's why there was a little slip.
that was a little, and actually, to save myself, last year that was the homecoming game, GCMS and Tuscola. But it's called old age in my book. But whatever.
No.
Judy, you did a great job helping put this together with all the coordinators. I just wanted to thank you and go Warriors.
Exactly. Once a warrior, always a warrior. And thanks to our whole committee. We had a good committee that we had the dream team.
Well, Diane's wanting to recruit you for Tolona Fun Day.
That's right.
Okay.
Judy Weber Jones, thank you. Congratulations on everything.
Well, thank you, Stevie J, and thank you, Diane Ducey,
no problem.
for having us and letting us promote it.
All right.
Happy. Hope it goes really well, and I know it will. It's 8:15.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group. Some of the things that sellers can do to increase the value of their home.
We get this on almost every listing appointment. Hey, Nate, what can we do to increase the value of our home? We want to sell in a couple weeks. Are there some simple things we can do around the house? Or there's some major things that we can do around the house to increase the value or get a return on of our investment? And again, not every home is created the same and not every situation is the same. So if we walk in there, there's definitely some items that we can do. Paint, floors, and hardware are the easy items where you get your biggest return out of every time. That's easy to say. But there's a lot of times where we'll get questions from sellers where they're asking us, should I update my bathroom? Where should I stop on my floors? Should I redo my roof? Should I do mechanicals? And I think a lot of that plays into the overall scope of your goals. We like to get into the house when it's really not even ready for the market. We can get in there and usually save that seller a lot of money and a lot of wasted time and energy by just offering some simple advice on how we would treat it if it was our own.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Okay, remember, we do have a Stever going on. This one, a lot of people, it's $50 at Curtis Orchard. What? There's a lot to buy. You could spend $50 on the apples, the pumpkins, the cider, the pies. What are you looking for? Anyway, Curtis Orchard, it's an iconic place. It's like Disneyland for us. Knott's Berry Farm. Curtis Orchard on Duncan. Go to gostever.com, gostever.com, and you can get all your information about how you get involved. Now, you have to join, you have to be a member of the club. Thousands of you have done that because some crazy radio person is giving out money. $50 bills. I'm flying out the digital door this morning. GoStever.com, GoStever.com for your chance to get that. Okay. It is coming up on 8:18. We'll check Greg's weather one more time. In baseball, the Cubs have lost 5 in a row and are getting a little nervous with the Padres a game and a half back. They're in the playoffs, but they're the top wild card team at this moment. But if they don't win some games, the Padres are going to pass them, meaning next week, instead of the Wrigley Field site hosting the Padres, it'll be in San Diego at Petco Park, who is hosting the Cubs. Much harder to advance if you got to go to this best of three, all three games in the home team's park. Right now it's at Wrigley, but they're only a game and a half ahead of San Diego. So the Chicago Cubs got to get a goal, and they've lost 5 straight, including a 9-7 loss. Cardinals came from behind. They won. They're only 2 games under 500. So they're trying to finish strong, but the Cubs are headed to postseason. It's just a question now of where. I imagine they're kind of buttoning it up going, okay, guys, time to go.
Right.
We gotta change what's happening here.
Obviously, all this being talked about tomorrow at Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue. The live broadcast from 4 to 6.
But there after 3, getting all gathered together, and I know a lot of you plan to come. I think the weather's fine for that. But we love going seeing Eric Meyer at Pia's and Captain Morgan's
special feature
stuff.
with their tailgate tour, Captain Morgan umbrellas, and all kinds of swag being given away.
All right, we'll be right back. Here's meteorologist Greg Sawyer with a peek ahead the rest of the week and into homecoming weekend of the U of I here at 8:19.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Repetitive Saturday. Nice to get those rains of late yesterday and part of the overnight hours. Half to as much as 1.5 inches. Noted some of the higher pockets into far north and northeastern Champaign County and the northern half of Vermilion County. Other than a brief light shower for the day today or a couple of sprinkles around, looking at the variably cloudy sky and 77 for the forecast time with a bit of a northeasterly wind. Maybe a sprinkle this evening. Mostly cloudy, cooler in the overnight down to 56. Partly sunny for the day tomorrow. 75 with a light northwesterly wind. Bears some patchy fog late tomorrow night down to 53 for homecoming Friday for the parade. Sunshine. We'll have some patchy fog in the morning hours early on with a high near 80. Football Saturday, 81 later in the ball game. 82 the forecast high on Sunday, heading towards a low to mid 80s for the much of the work week next week. Dry weather as well with sunshine. Overnight readings will bottom out into the 50s across the area. So another broadening window of opportunity for outdoor work and play expected. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he expects to complete the first round of interviews for the next Federal Reserve chair by the first week of October. Bessent tells FBN's Maria Bartiromo he's looking for someone with an open mind to succeed Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Bessent also says he believes the job market was cooling already under the Biden administration and that interest rates should be lower. Wall Street's 3-session streak of record closes ended yesterday. The major averages ended the session lower after Fed Chair Powell's remarks yesterday offered little timing on future interest rate cuts. The Wall Street Journal says Ford is extending lower interest rates to F-150 pickup buyers with lower credit scores. It's looking to boost sales. The program is expected to last only until the end of the month. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
Kudlow on Fox Business is now on the go for podcast fans. Kudlow Show podcast every weekday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com. Kudlow covers the latest headlines and business trends with an emphasis on the financial impact facing households and businesses across the country. Listen to interviews with key business newsmakers. The Kudlow podcast will be available on the go after the show every weekday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety line is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie choppers are there for sale. stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, and fastest ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Yeah, it's a disturbing video. There's no question about it. A junior varsity football game up in Michigan where this very large human is on top of a very small human, and then the very large human gets up and body slams him, falls on him like a wrestler would in a ring.
Yes.
And the kid broke 2 vertebrae. And so what to do with him? Jack Brewer on Fox, who's a former NFL football player, said, no, we don't discount him, we help him. Discipline is, you can hardly do discipline anymore with anybody, but on a football field you can. They can run till they throw up. They can bear crawl. They can do a lot of things to learn. And not only that, make the team do it too. So the team, you're accountable to your teammate.
Yep, that's how it is in the Army and stuff.
Well, it's but the kid is ginormous. I mean, he's 350 maybe, and the kid
in the middle school game.
No, it's junior varsity.
Oh, okay,
so he's probably a sophomore, maybe
Okay.
even a junior, but he's a large person. But he gets up from him, and then he dives like he's in a swimming pool on top of his body, and the kid's not very big. And so it's pretty bad. Particularly I doubt if you have a couple of broken vertebrae, you're not going to try football again. I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think so.
Anyway, so that's been something that's been kind of viral out there, and a lot of people have been talking about it. But you have to do something. At the school, of course, says, that doesn't reflect our character and all the stuff normally you'd get on a press release. But
this happened up in Michigan.
Yeah, up in Michigan. All right, 825, you have a chance to get $50 to Curtis Orchard. All you do is go to gostever.com, enter. You get an email after 8 o'clock tonight if you're one of our winners. Live from Pia's tomorrow. Again, the broadcast live will be 4 to 6. Normally it's 3 to 5 with the 3 o'clock repeated. On a live event, we want to be there live, so we're going to be there at 3. The broadcast will start at 4 to 6 with Evan Stone and Curtis Allen with some guests. Kevin Mitchell will come by.
Yes, he's terrific.
Terrific. I mean, that guy, I'm not even sure what his title is, but he's with the U of I, and Kevin is...
I think the Carl, College of Medicine now.
He's not in the DIA then. That's right. Anyway, he's going to do whatever he wants to do. He's so talented, and just one of those guys you are attracted to because of his energy and his stinking physique.
Yes.
Sucker still he was a good football player, I think, for Ron Turner. And whenever he played, he was good.
Yes.
And he's still cut. Looks like he can still strap it on. Kevin Mitchell will drop by the broadcast.
That's right.
As well.
And again, lots of goodies from Captain Morgan with their tailgate tours, setting up their bar at the party with swag, goodies, T-shirts, a cooler. And you'll be seeing some Captain Morgan throughout the weekend as we celebrate 150 years of homecoming at the U of I.
Where it all began, ladies and gentlemen. We invented homecoming. All right, we're going to come back. I've got some clips I've not gotten to this morning that you'll need to hear. We'll do that next. It's ESPN 93.5. It is September 24, and it's 8:27. Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. Why are you so focused on taking care of people?
I enjoy relationships. I enjoy relationships in our community. It's very important to me. Like I said, they're an extended part of our family. We've grown our business that way, and I enjoy that part of running a business. And so all of our customers are very valuable. I've learned from them, and I hope that they've learned from us. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com, or you can visit our Facebook page.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Hi, this is Kevin Rogers, president of the Philo Exchange Bank. Our bank's been through the ups and downs of the local agricultural community since 1883. With over 147 years of combined lending experience, let our local ag lenders work with you and help your farming operations succeed. Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey Illini fans, you love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet Special Sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
Yeah, homecoming and the parade for us is at 5 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock for
Friday.
the homecoming parade. REO Speedwagon, the Grand Marshals.
Yes.
They're back in town. Are they doing anything? I mean, getting the guitars out at all?
I feel like they are doing a performance with the band. I do need to look that up. Marching Illini, 450 members strong. It's going to be awesome if you get a chance to check out the parade. The theme, Illinois, where legends begin.
Yeah.
Homecoming.illinois.edu has more details, and part of Homecoming Week has us giving blood today at the Illini Union from 9 to 3.
Okay. So go help and help Illinois DIA get $1 million.
That's right.
All right, 8:30, time for Fox. Be right back.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley, shooting from a rooftop at a Texas ICE facility in Dallas. Fox 4 Dallas reports 3 people shot, 1 died, and the shooter dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. President Trump shifting the UN world order after charging the world body has failed its purpose to make peace. And meeting Ukraine's president, he now believes Ukraine can fight back and win all the territory taken by Russia.
The broader piece here is that the president is going to do whatever it takes, and he's going to shift positions if he needs to get this war to end.
UN Ambassador Mike Waltz. Jimmy Kimmel's returned to ABC late night after a suspension over Charlie Kirk comments.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
But Kimmel claimed government pressure on affiliates to pull his show, calling it un-American. America is listening to Fox News.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868, Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Here's a look.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial.
President Trump's Department of Justice arguing against Illinois' assault weapons ban while appearing before the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Harmet Dilhan says the AR-15 and similar guns clearly protected by the Second Amendment. The appeals court previously upheld the ban, which Pritzker signed into law in response to the deadly 4th of July shooting in Highland Park in 2022. It's Illinois' Child Passenger Safety Week, and one fire department in central Illinois taking action to keep kids safe. Savoy Fire has car seat safety technicians on staff offering free car seat checks on Saturday. Be sure to make sure your car seats are up to date and safe. An invasive tick's recently been found in a new county in Illinois, and researchers sharing more information about the important risk of tick surveillance. Asian longhorn tick found in Clay County cattle that were brought to Marion County. University of Illinois Extension says it's the third county the tick has been found in. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, we check our dogs for ticks, but do you check their cattle? How do you find a tick on a cow?
I don't know.
You're going in there? What if it has horns? What if it's a bull? Honey, I need to check to see if you have a tick. Uh-huh. Okay, is that okay? What are you snorting at me? What are you doing?
That's right.
Back down.
My goodness.
I don't know. It's just when I hear stories like, well, how are you checking for ticks on
Maybe it's modern where they have some kind of infrared light where you can just wand them or something.
Yeah, but you won't know if it's a tick. It might be something else. You got to get in there. You got to get the tweezers.
Okay.
You hold the cow. I'll check for the ticks. We check your weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Make sure rainwater stays in your gutters and out of your basement. Get Gutter Helmet and you'll never clean your gutters again. A free estimate at kramersiding.com.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, or Penn Saturday. Nice to get those rains of late yesterday and part of the overnight hours. Half to as much as an inch and a half. Noted some of the higher pockets into far north and northeastern Champaign County and the northern half of Vermilion County. Other than a brief light shower for the day today or a couple of sprinkles around, looking at the variably cloudy sky and 77 for the forecast time with a bit of a northeasterly wind. Maybe a sprinkle this evening, mostly cloudy, cooler in the overnight down to 56. Partly sunny for the day tomorrow, 75 with a light north-northwesterly wind. Fair, some patchy fog late tomorrow night down to 53 for homecoming Friday for the parade. Sunshine, we'll have some patchy fog in the morning hours early on with a high near 80. Football Saturday, 81 later in the ball game. 82 the forecast high on Sunday, heading towards a low to mid 80s for the much of the work week next week. Dry weather as well, but sunshine. Overnight readings will bottom out into the 50s across the area, so another broadening window of opportunity for outdoor work and play expected. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Yeah, this was the sound that I heard this morning that bothered me, but I understand First Amendment. You can shout whatever you want if you're not in my face or harming me.
El Monte Africa! El Monte Africa! El Monte Africa!
Not a great look. The mayor condemned it. The White House condemned it. But what about Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib? She reps Dearborn. Is she okay with her constituents chanting death to America? Fox Business correspondent Hillary Vaughn asked her. Watch.
Congresswoman Tlaib.
Fox News. I don't talk to Fox News.
At a rally in your district, people were chanting death to America. Do you condemn?
Talk to Fox News.
But do you condemn chants of death to America?
I don't talk to people that use racist tropes.
Why can't you just say whether or not you condemn people chanting death to America? Why are you afraid to talk to Fox?
Fox News is not listen, using racist tropes towards my community is what Fox News is about, and I don't talk to Fox News.
Is death to America racist?
Fox News.
Is chanting death to America racist?
Talking about your guys' racist tropes. You guys know exactly what you do. I know you're Islamophobic, but you guys got to go deal with it on your own self.
Wow. That's a congresswoman. Wow. Anyway, she apparently couldn't condemn death to America chants in Dearborn, Michigan. That's where she's she represents that.
Okay.
And then there was Tim Pool online with some interesting verbiage. You got to hear this. This is on
K.
X.
Jr., former liberal. Tulsi Gabbard, former liberal. Donald Trump, former liberal. Elon Musk, former liberal. Colin Wright, former liberal. Tim Pool, former liberal. How is it that the popular vote winner, Donald Trump, was a Democrat up until his first term? That Tulsi Gabbard, DNI, former Democrat, that I supported in 2020. I never voted Republican. I didn't like Republicans. And now the Republican MAGA movement, not the neocons, is an eclectic bunch of diverse views which debate each other. How is it that Charlie Kirk, Christian conservative with one of the largest conservative platforms, invites moderate pro-choice Tim Pool onto his stage for his biggest event of the year to discuss those views to the public? On the left, what do you think would happen if you went and opposed their views at a public forum? You'd be threatened with violence.
No, it's absolutely true. You go against them, they're in your face. Remember, I was wailing about the fact that the things that's different is not only do you have to just be okay with what I'm doing, you need to be an endorser. You endorse me. And if you say anything less than an endorsement, you're evil. You need to be somebody. That's what they do.
Huh.
There's a mentally ill problem here. What do you mean I can't have my own views? Screaming me out. I mean, the AOCs of the world is talking about how bad Charlie Kirk was. Show me the proof. Give me a dialogue that's everywhere on the internet where he swears at somebody, where he is a hater. It's your definition of hater. If you disagree with me, you're a hater. Okay. Says who? I disagree with you. I'm a hater. Isn't your tone a little different than mine? I'm a little calmer than you. I actually say God bless you to you. But when this is when Zavron Mamdani wins in New York City, and he has a great chance to do that unless they coalesce and everybody drops out but one person. I think if Andrew Cuomo is the only other appointment with Zavron Mamdani, I think Andrew Cuomo will be the mayor. It shows 51-42 in a poll. But the other two guys, they don't want to get out. Donald Trump's looking at administration positions for Sliwa and Adams. And it's still not rocking the boat here. So what's the point of going to get 8% or 10%? It makes the socialist / possibly communist the mayor of New York with government-run grocery stores and rent freezes. What happens when the owner of the apartment building, he doesn't get a rate freeze on his interest? So was he expected to lose his money to rent to people because he can't raise his rent? Anyway, it's and so by default almost, because the quote normal Democrat isn't resisting, you're going to have a party that is totally left. And it is not a mainstream America deal. And they're on the 30-70 side. They're the 30s, not the 70s, 80s. They're just in a minority position on all the key issues, the crime issue. Ed Martin was on earlier, the Assistant Deputy Attorney General of the United States with Brother Johnny, and he thinks this next midterm will be different simply because this president has put all in on crime. And who disagrees with safer streets? Hey, he wants authoritarianism. He's a dictator. I would like to go to dinner at 9 at night. Can I? Depends. What do you mean depends? Depends on where you are, because it's not safe. At 9 at night? No, it's not. Why? How could you politically, if you're clear-minded, clear-eyed, do you want less crime or more crime? Well, you can't have Hitler try and do that. There's no logic here. We want less crime. We want the subway safe. We want all that safe. We want our streets safe. What is wrong with getting help if it's not happening? Well, the crime's going down. Where? Do the people feel it? No. The perception is it's not safe.
Well, and the example of Chicago is the crime might be going down a hair, but the numbers have been skyrocketing. So it's coming down from really bad.
And they're sitting there like sophisticated, educated people that you don't understand our program. In the next 4 years, what about this weekend? Can we not have a death in Chicago this weekend? Why isn't there urgency? These are black people dying, mostly black, Hispanic and black. Why do you allow that? Well, we have things and we need money and the federal government refuses to fund. Go faster. 843.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need mailbox services, we'll be the mailbox store.
What if my business isn't brick and mortar?
Easy. With our mailbox services, you'll get a real street address instead of a P.O. box.
What if I give you a big bear hug for making my day?
Then get in here, buddy.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our mailbox services. We'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
All right, sports headlines. You got to hear John Rooney here, Diane.
That's right. Cardinals win 9-8 over San Francisco. Here's more details.
Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and last night in San Francisco, here's how the Cardinals tied the game in the ninth. Oh, if Donnie could pull the ball to the right field corner, we'd have a tie game. The right fielder is McRae, playing way off the line over in right center. Donovan swings and he hits it to the right field corner. Scott's off to the races. He's around second. He's being waved around third. Another double for Donovan. The throw to the plate. Save! Save! It's a tie game at 8. The fourth double tonight. A record-tying double for Brendan Donovan, and the Cardinals have come all the way back. And the Cardinals came all the way back to win 9-8.
Big hits, big home runs late. The Cardinals did not stop believing they could win the game, and the Cardinals back end of the bullpen were able to close it out. O'Brien picking up the save.
Burleson had the game winner. Donovan with 4 doubles in the game. It's Sonny Gray going for the sweep in San Francisco tonight.
Mets over the Cubs 9-7. That's
the Cubs were ahead 5-1. Cubs are up 5-1. And Cincinnati crowd went nuts when they heard it because the Reds are ahead of the Mets, but the Reds lost to Pittsburgh in Cincinnati, meaning the Mets won, Reds lost. Now the Mets are ahead. I mean, it's crazy. I love this wild card because it's interesting to the very last regular season game.
Yeah.
It's really really good and has included lots more people. So I think
New York Yankees have their 60th postseason berth, and I know the Toronto Blue Jays are in competition for them. But
and Seattle made it too last night.
All right. So my sister Linda living in Seattle, she's happy for the Mariners, I'm sure. 3-2 with the Yankees over the White Sox yesterday. 6:05 start for them as that series continues. And the Mets and Cubs 7:05 first pitch over on US 105.9. Number 23 Illinois versus number 21 USC. It's on Fox. It's sold out. Fox has their noon kickoff show, which had me thrown off at the beginning of the week. It is an 11 a.m. kickoff. They're not switching that. That's just what they call their show.
Because it's noon Eastern. That's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, is it Matt Leinart?
Matt Leinart was a USC guy. I thought he was Arizona, but I remember now USC. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was there for Reggie Bush, maybe.
So that was texted in earlier, too, about what this show looks like in Grange Grove. But you can find out all the details about our 115th Homecoming, where legends begin, with the homecoming parade at 6 o'clock on Friday, starting at 4th and Kirby. And should be a great route with REO Speedwagon waving to us. Homecoming.illinois.edu with more details. We're gearing up with our Pia's broadcast tomorrow and the gang from The Drive. Lots of prizes to give away with the Captain Morgan tailgate party, a bar in the back, tents, umbrellas, coolers, and, of course, tickets. So join us tomorrow between 3 and 6, essentially, at 1609 West Springfield Avenue.
October National Preparedness Month, a month dedicated to the awareness and preparation of emergencies that can happen anywhere, anytime. Whether at risk for hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, wildfires, natural disasters are inevitable. Well, this week, Busey is sharing tips that will ensure that your family and you are financially prepared. Save money in an emergency account. To open a new account, you can reach out to your local Busey branch. Have access to important documents, all the insurances. Also store them digitally, really. Store these documents in a safety deposit box or fireproof safe. Secure property, homeowners or renters, health and life insurance if you don't already have them. Review your policy. Make sure that the amount and types of coverage you have meets the requirements for all possible hazards. With more than 150 years of strength and service, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Wherever the road of life takes you, Busey is with you every step of the way. For more information about financial preparedness, you can go to Busey.com. Heck, you can stop by sometime, say, hey, I want to talk to somebody about planning, and they'll have you with somebody, no problem. No cost, no obligation. Busey for over 157 years, member FDIC. Well, looking ahead to homecoming, our weather this morning brought to you by Grizzly's Chimney Service, providing excellent services since 2008. Michelle and Brad own this, locally owned. They do outstanding work. You want a fireplace that works and safe for the winter. Chimney cleaning, chimney restoration, stove installations, tuck pointing. GrizzlySweep.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Going to be a cooler day's worth of weather with variably cloudy skies and just an isolated shower chance around for this morning and this afternoon. Highs up to 77 with a light northeast wind, a bit gusty in open areas. How about those rains of late yesterday and on the overnight hours? Anywhere between a half and as much as an inch and a half worth of rain noted. Highest over far north and northeastern Champaign County and the northern half of Vermilion County. No more than a sprinkle or two this evening, otherwise mostly cloudy, cooler down to 56 tomorrow, partly sunny and 75. Light north-northwesterly wind. Some patchy fog late tomorrow night and a bit cooler down to 53 for the homecoming day on Friday. Some patchy fog in the morning, but sunshine the rule for the later morning and afternoon. The high nearing 80 with light wind. Heading towards 81 for football Saturday afternoon. Partly cloudy skies there. Low 80s Sunday and Monday. Middle 80s next Tuesday and Wednesday. Lots of sunshine. No rain in the forecast for much of next week. Overnight readings will bottom out in the 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Why visit Freedom Roofing for your roof repair or replacement? Just listen to what satisfied customers are saying.
Freedom Roofing was quick to respond, reasonably priced, and their quality was excellent.
They found an immediate issue, patched it on the spot, and later replaced our entire roof. We couldn't be happier.
For local, trusted roofing done right, visit freedomchampaign.com or call 217-393-6000 today.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. What about the various services that you provide?
We provide chimney inspections, cleanings, gas inspections, installs, gas fireplaces, wood inserts, wood stoves. We also do all restoration work to chimneys and fireplaces, tuck pointing, even tuck pointing entire homes if needed. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com. You can call me at 217-504-2050, or you can visit our Facebook page.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out homecoming game against USC. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Illini football against USC with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Hey, John Decker tomorrow. Diane, we'll see you then.
All right.
Curtis Orchard, GoStever.com, $50 bills.
That's right.
Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
I'm Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday.
This is Evan Stone from The Drive on ESPN Radio 93.5. Curtis Allen and I will be live at Pia's 1609 Springfield Avenue after 3 p.m. on Thursday, September 25th. Come out and hang with us to win U of I tailgate swag, shirts, hats, koozies. You can also win tickets to the homecoming game at 11 a.m. against USC on Saturday, September 27th. When you come out, you can find drink specials, $4 22-ounce drafts, Yingling and Flight, and $5 Surfside cans. You can learn more at steviej.com.
Teens in grades 6 through 12 have a safe and fun place to hang out monthly this fall. It's the Urbana Park District Teen Hangout Zone. The Hangout Zone is open on select Fridays from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at Phillips Recreation Center. Everything is free. Call 217-367-1544 for more information or go online at urbanaparks.org. It's the Teen Hangout Zone at Urbana Park District. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Hey, could you tell me what aisle your car batteries are in?
Sure, I'll go grab one for you. Here's your battery. It might be expired, but oh well. Also, the brand isn't that great, but it should work for at least a year or two, maybe. Anyways, I went ahead and charged you for it, and here's the battery. Okay, have a great day.
What just happened?
Sometimes good things are hard to find, but they're worth the wait. Make the trip out to Interstate All Battery Center at 2504 North Madison Avenue and get all of your battery needs taken care of by the trusted professionals. Give them a call today at 355-4855. From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Did you know downtown Champaign has a farmer's market of its own? It's on Tuesdays from 3 to 6 at the new Downtown Plaza. This family-friendly event has a kids' corner with games, puzzles, and free hair braiding. Live music and youth performances on the Plaza stage every week. Adults can take advantage of the Festival District during the market and sip and stroll on the Plaza with to-go alcoholic beverages from adjoining businesses. Champaign Farmers Market, Tuesdays from 3 to 6, running through October 7th. Learn more at visitdowntownchampaign.com.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.